Hello everybody and welcome inside the Hector Arena as we have some Maritime Major Girls Hockey League action going on here today as it's the battle for first place here in the regular season. As we are now underway here in Hector as it's the Moncton Rockets finishing off a weekend set here against the Subway Selects. That's going to be played up the wall by Arsenault. These two teams played yesterday, and it was the Selects who won 4-1. As here is Audrey Poirier. You might have seen her representing Team Atlantic yesterday as they lost in the silver medal. That's going to be played over across as Selects get possession of the O-zone, but quickly turned over as Arsenault goes D2D over Poirier. It's going to be picked up by Radier. As that will be no icing on the play. Selects looking for the puck in their own zone. It's going to come free for Boyle. Play towards the opposite wall. As looking for the loose puck is McCaddy. As Richard will try and poke it out. Kept in by Boutelier. Chance here for the Rockets that's going to go out of play. So both these teams had representation at the National Championship in Mount Pearl, which ended yesterday. Poirier was able to make the trip back in time for this game, but Hallie Rose McLean and Lexi McIntyre unable to make it back home in time, so they are out of the lineup today. Not sure if they were on a different plane or not, but as here is Connolly behind the net, looking to get loose, but in the forecheck for the Rockets. That was Annabelle Danielle causing havoc. Puck in the corner, here's Lauren Ward. Play out top, Cormier will shoot one, sticked away. Rebounds there in the slot of the deflection. That's going to be played towards the corner. As we're about a minute and a half into this first period. Puck thrown towards the goal. There's a scrum in the crease, and that's going to be covered up by starting goaltender Amy Fields. Number 1, that is number 31, Lydia Mason. Looks like a 1 from here. No name bars on the Selects jerseys, so I'll be checking my notes every time one of their players touch the puck. I'll try to memorize the names by the end of the game. As Francis McDonald in for the face-off for Moncton. It's going to be one back cleanly, but a little too far away. That's going to be picked up and neutralized by Fitzpatrick. She'll go D2D over across to her partner Bourgeois. That's going to be sent in towards the select zone. There to pick it up was Burris, Layla Burris, played towards the middle. It's Fitzpatrick will send it in deep as MacArthur has the puck on the goal line in the offensive zone. MacArthur plays up top for Bourgeois. As Pat toward the goal, it's going to be redirected wide. Pinching in to keep the play alive are the number 5 Fitzpatrick. Puck on the half wall, looking to dig it out there for the Selects is Francis McDonald. That's going to be poked past the blue line. The Selects will dump it in and go for a change. Just the one player on the forecheck. That's 5 Francis McDonald, number 19. Nice D2D pass over there as every single play made by the Rockets gets a reaction from their bench, which is right in front of me. So I'm sure you'll be hearing lots of cheers from them as this game progresses. As Plord looking for the puck off the wall, retrieves it. Plord goes through the middle, but it's out of the reach of Colpitts. And intended recipient is Ainsley Connolly, will recover for the Selects. And he played to the middle, but picked off by Moncton. As spinning in her own zone is Poirier. That's going to be turned over. As that'll be played back in by Doran. Out to play it is Claire Fournette, the goaltender for Moncton, the starting goaltender today, number 31. As Selects have it in the offensive zone, it's going to be played up top for Doran. Doran will hold the line. Nice play there for the defense. Let's look at a cheer from the Selects bench this time. As in the half wall in the defensive zone is Arsenault. Maxine Arsenault will go opposite wall, looking for Cormier off the bench. He's going to escape the zone. Back to retrieve it is Doran for the Selects in their own end. So we're 3.5 minutes deep into this first as Poirier will shoulder check as she collects the puck in her own zone. Here is Audrey Poirier. That's to be turned over. Watch out here. Selects pass in front. Just goes over the net on the one-timer. As that was MacArthur looking to break the ice here in the Hector Arena. A shot from the point. Rebounds there at the cleared away by Moncton. Letting the shot go was Layla Burris from the blue line for the Selects. Puck picked up as here is Richards. It's going to be sent in deep as McLeod will go for a change. And on the forecheck is McCaddy. McCaddy will collect the loose puck in the corner, looking to spin off a check. So I give you a good look at the crowd there by accident. It's an interesting angle we have here in the booth for this game with the netting right in front of us. I'll try my best to give you the best view possible. As here is Burris over cross, but intercepted at the line by Richard. It's Richard on the forecheck, but able to get back in time was Layla Burris, the defense person for the selects number 15. It's going to be played toward the opposite zone. Right onto the crease there is using the pad, but will still be called an icing despite it hitting the goaltender. That being Claire Fournette. So they'll drop the puck all the way down. 4.5 minutes have gone. As they'll drop it at center ice, the correct call. Lions people make mistakes all the time. It's bound to happen. So they'll drop the puck in neutral ice, right in the middle. It's going to be picked up. Here is Grinton. She'll get it towards the zone. It's going to be picked up by Chisholm. As right on the back check for the Rockets. That was Alain. So Alain, as she has the puck now. Played through the middle. A bouncing puck at the blue line. Sent back towards the Rocket zone. It's going to be picked up by MacArthur. Or McFadden, rather. As there is Boutelier. She'll get the line and send it in deep. A fast pace to start things off here. Two of the top teams in the Maritime Major Girls Hockey League going out of here today. Of course, the Selects missing their top scorer, one of their best defenders, but they're still a very strong team regardless. That's going to be whistled down as puck got stuck in and behind the net. Face-off will be to the blocker side of Lydia Mason. As pump fake on the draw, they finally drop the puck. Comes free up top. Here's Fitzpatrick. Shot from the screen, blocked in front. As that was Burris laying her body on the line there. It's going to be played towards the red line, but sent the other way by the Rockets. As puck comes free. Here is Doiron up the left wall. It's going to be chipped in. Puck is bouncing for Fitzpatrick, the last player back for Moncton. She'll cycle behind the net. Play up ahead. As here is Cormier. Cormier through the middle. Finds Rodier. She'll chip it towards the wall. Rodier enters the zone. Rodier towards the goal. Puck is bouncing, but able to corral that one was the goaltender Mason. And she'll freeze play. Great atmosphere on hand. This is my first game ever at the Hector Arena. I'm sure I played here before when I was young. I don't really remember the scenery, but it's an awesome little rink here in Pictou. Middle of a neighborhood here in Pictou. I wasn't sure I was going the right way when I was turning onto Cottage Street, but I made my way into Hector. It's going to be played towards the opposite end, right onto the Rockets goaltender Fournette. So poke it into the corner. Puck comes free. Here's Richard. Played up the wall. That will make its way into the select zone. It's back to retrieve it is Boyle. Boyle will go across behind the net. It's going to be played on the wall, picked up by the Rockets as Rodier will look to make a play, but it's going to be quickly sent the other way. As that's going to be played right on net once again, and sweeping that puck was Fournette, making a beautiful play to her teammate. As here's Danielle. Danielle has the puck in neutral ice. She'll circle back as her teammates are changing. She'll play towards the blue line. It's going to be chipped in. No icing on the play. As Richard gets a piece of her twig on that one. As puck behind the net, Selects have it. Looking to clear. Leading the rush is Burris. Burris will go up through the middle as puck comes free. There is MacArthur. Anna MacArthur has a step. MacArthur shot towards the goal. Tipped in front, saved. And rebounds covered up. Best chance of the game so far for the Selects. But Fournette stands tall for Moncton in the Rocket crease. Puck is dropped. It's going to be one back from Boutelier in her own zone. It's going to be sent back in deep by a pinching Burris. She needs to play alive in the offensive end. Moncton regains possession. Here's Boutelier. Played up the wall. Played for Pleward. Pleward went to the zone left side. Dumps it in deep, right on the zone entry. 7 minutes have gone here in the first. Still no score. As McFadden looking for the loose puck. A very big discrepancy in the Moncton numbers. It goes basically 2 to 22. And then a random number 81 right after that. That kind of threw me off when I was writing down the names. So the highest number is 81, and the next highest number is 22. So interesting. anyway, I'm sure no one even cares about that. Back to the game as puck is in the corner. Rockets have it. Thrown towards the goal. It's going to be picked off. As Tanner will collect. There's Bria Tanner. She'll chip it off the boards. That will slowly make its way into the Rocket zone. Back to retrieve it is Bourgeois. Bourgeois will collect from behind her own net. Bourgeois makes a move past the forecheck. Goes off the wall. Picked up by Hudier. Enters the zone. Hudier will throw it towards the middle, but it's going to be off a skate. Puck comes free in the corner. As Colpitt's looking to make a play, but she has two blurred jerseys on her. As puck behind the net, it's going to be picked up by the Selects. Here is Connolly. Connolly will go through the middle. That will make its way all the way down the ice. And that will be an icing call. So the Selects can't change. As they'll drop the puck inside the Select zone to the blocker's side of the goaltender Mason. Puck is on the ice. One back but out of the zone for the Rockets. As Fitzpatrick takes the DDD pass over cross on the opposite wall as it's going to be picked off. As Connolly will collect it. Takes it back for Dwaron. Dwaron will try and clear, but two white jerseys on her on the forecheck. Puck comes free out top, but sent the other way. As Morrow will collect on the wall. Morrow will send it in deep. Lots of dumping and changing here today as both teams keeping it simple. As puck played off the boards. Here is Rodier. Puck comes free at the center ice dot. It's picked up by Richard for the Rockets. Sent back towards the Select zone as Boyle will collect. Played up the wall. As for McLeod, it's going to be picked off and kept in by the Rockets. Played up to the blue line. Sent back off the wall, but Selects able to block that dump-in attempt as that's going to be played down the ice. Not enough for icing as watch out here. Selects have a step. Nice move out of the toe drag there. That's going to be stopped. And that was MacArthur showing off the mitts there and tight. Makes a nice move, but Claire Fournette comes up big to keep this game scoreless as we're almost halfway through this first period. Still no score in Pictou. Not Pictou County, Pictou. This puck is dropped. One back to the point. Selects will shoot. It's going to be blocked on the way through. Was letting that one rip with Carly Boyle. Here come the Rockets now. As here is Daniel. Daniel will try to make the move by the defender. Puck comes free. As here's Ward. Lauren Ward in the corner. As 2-on-2 down low in the Select zone on the left side. Puck will be sent towards the opposite wall. It's going to be picked up and played up the wall by Boyle. That will make its way all the way down. And that will be another icing call here. Selects can't change on the icing. Rockets will send a couple of fresh G out there. Fading in for the face-off against McCaddy. Puck is dropped. Play to the blue line. A shot from Bootlier just goes in the opposite corner. As Rockets have possession in the offensive zone. Here's Cormier's shot off a shin pad. That nearly got directed into a dangerous area, but nice play there to block that one. Was Boyle. And shot from the point will be smothered up by the goaltender Lydia Mason, and Selects can now change as the goaltender for Subway freezes play. McFadden's still out there for Moncton. And for the draw now is Francis McDonald, number 19 for Subway Selects. A shot at the point, blocked unintentionally by Alain as Cormier let a shot go from the blue line. Chance here for the Selects, 2-on-1 developing. That's going to be played towards the corner, though, perfectly by the defense, Cormier. Nice job there on the 2-on-1 to alleviate that chance. As here come the Rockets now. Here is McFadden. McFadden will make it through the middle. McFadden will toe drag it, drop pass, shot just goes wide as Alain found a loose puck off the unintentional drop pass from McFadden. As Selects have it out of their own corner. As we're past the halfway mark of this first period, still no score here in Pictou as back to retrieve the puck is Cormier. Chanel Cormier has a few blue jerseys on her, but able to make the play at the wall. It's going to be kept in at the line by Boyle. Scrum for the puck on the boards. It's going to come free outside the zone. Selects have it. DDD pass. Picked up by Connolly. Connolly will up the wall through the middle As it's going to be deflected inside the zone. Cormier back to retrieve it. Cormier will spin off the check. Let's go up the wall looking for Hodier, but ending on the forecheck was Boyle. As puck comes free. Here is Morrow. Plays it up top to the blue line. Shot from Richard. Just goes across. It's going to be picked up by Connolly. As Rockets will regain possession. It's going to be played through the middle. Chance here for Hodier. Hodier 1-on-2 here. Pass in front, but nobody was home. So that will be collected by the Selects. It's going to be played down the ice, and that will be another icing call. With 8:29 to go. In the first period. So the winner of this game will be in first place heading into the Monctonian break. Puck is dropped. As these two teams have been the best all year long. It's been a great couple of games. I was talking to the Moncton coaches before the game. It was a tight game last night. The final score didn't really tell the story as the Selects have the puck. It's going to be played in behind the net. Conley looking for the puck on the forecheck. As 1-on-2, it's going to be sticked away by Madeline Colpitz. As Colpitz will play it up ahead, but unready for that pass was Cormier. There's a chance here for the Selects now. Shot towards the goal. It's going to be gloved down and covered up. As Fournette makes the save with ease with the mitten. Puck will be dropped to the right side of Fournette. Puck hits the ice. One back and Moncton. This here is Poirier. Poirier will spin out the forecheck. Audrey Poirier plays it up ahead. Lauren Ward has it through the middle. It's picked up by Danielle, but she fell in the process of picking up the pass. The Selects will take over. As Layla Burris will play it towards the opposite boards. Sent back in behind the net. There's Poirier. Poirier is going to be turned over. Selects will wrap it through. It's going to be stopped. Rebound is played behind the net. As Burris is going to be turned over, though, as here come the Rockets, as Danielle will enter the zone. Danielle, nice move, but can't finish it off, as she had two blue jerseys all over her after she made the nice move on the entry, as Boutelier couldn't hold the line. She'll circle back and neutral ice. Boutelier will play it back for her partner. That is Poirier. Poirier through the middle. The captain finds Richard. Richard enters the zone left side. Drop pass, fanned on by Ward, as rebound sent back towards the goal. Puck behind the net. 7 minutes to go here in the first, no score. As puck played off the wall. It's going to come through and neutralize for Alain, who's fresh off the bench. Alain played up ahead as Plourde can handle the pass at the wall. That's going to be an icing call. As they'll send Lauren Ward back out there. She almost got away with a change there off the icing call. So 6.5 to go here in the first. Tight checking game so far. Both teams not really giving an inch here. Not many good scoring chances, but there's been 4 shots apiece. As they'll drop the puck inside the Rocket zone off the icing. It's going to be played up ahead there. Looking to spring Plourde and Alain were both in behind the D. As pass in front, Plourde couldn't finish off the dish from Alain out of the corner. As Selects looking to clear. It's going to be kept in by the Rockets. As Cormier will collect at the blue line. Cormier will shoot one towards the goal, well wide, and that was neck high. As it's going to be picked up by Martin. As Selects have it neutral ice. Beauty pass. It's going to be picked up by the Rockets in their own zone. Here's Cormier. Cormier will try and clear. It's going to be sent in by Plourde, and now the Rockets can change. McFadden on the forecheck. Puck behind the net as she takes it from Connolly. Puck picked up. As there is Cormier. Cormier over cross. McFadden has a space here. Shot up high. And that's a big stop from the goaltender, Lydia Mason, as she stands her ground as McFadden was all alone at the bottom of the circle. But this game will remain scoreless. 5.5 to go in the first period. As one back for the Rockets inside the offensive zone. Nice move with a blue line there. Gets a few cheers from the bench. Shot up high, and they score! Over the shoulder, into the top shelf. Leanne Bourgeois opens the scoring here in Pictou. Number 10 for the Rockets. Creeps her down the wall. Goes upstairs on Lydia Mason. And it's the Rockets who strike first here in Pictou. What a beauty of a shot there. Wasn't much space up there over the shoulder of Mason, but number 10 finds the daylight. As watch out here, goaltender falling down, looking to get the puck was Fournette, but she able to recover in time. As puck in the corner. It's going to be picked up by Colpitz. As Bourgeois gets the goal credit there. That is quite the sound coming out of that PA speaker there. A shot off the side of the net. Puck is collected. Rebound thrown towards the crease. A spinning shot there just goes wide. Shooting that one was MacArthur for the Selects as they look to respond here as they're inside the offensive zone. 4:40 to go. You're tuned to High Button Sports live from the Hector Arena. As pass plays his way over across. Here's Burris. Shot blocked by the Rockets. As that was Ward. Get in front of that one. Or sorry, that was Fitzpatrick. Number 5, not 8. As it's going to be picked up. There is Leanne Bourgeois, the goal scorer. 4:20 to go here in the first. Says off the bench came Tanner to hold the line. Puck play in the corner. As Francis McDonald looking for the loose puck. As puck will come free. Shot is on. Deflected wide. As rebounds can be picked up in the corner. Looking to find her teammate Dwara on top, but it's going to be picked off. The pass attempt from Martin. As scrum for the puck. Comes free for Hudzier. Play through the middle. As it was Richard, but she had 3 blue jerseys on her, and then look to play as Ward looking for the loose puck. Richard will collect. As Danielle looking for the loose puck, but it's going to be played out the zone. Here is Audrey Poirier. Poirier, a nice move at the blue line. Poirier on the right circle will put the brakes on the half wall. Pass towards the middle off the body, but able to get their own rebound was Poirier. She is looking to make the play out there. It's going to be played outside the zone by the Selects. Here is Martin. Martin will send it in deep, but she'll go for a change. Back to retrieve it is Captain Poirier. Poirier will hesitate on the first attempt on the pass and looking to spring Richard there, but it's going to be out of her reach, and that's going to be an icing call. I'm not sure if you can hear that, but that speaker makes quite this noise there. Quite the old school sounds. Really adds to the atmosphere here in Hector. I wonder when the last time they replaced that thing was. As they got a winner for the 50-50 in the crowd. He's got his hands up in the air, you can see there. Congrats to that guy. He's got some gas money for the way home. As this is the Moncton side of the rink. As pass will be played towards the crease, but it's going to be picked off as we're inside the last 3 minutes here in the first. Here come the Selects as Morrow has the puck. Morrow towards the goal, fought off by the goaltender. That's going to be covered up by Fournette. As they'll drop the puck inside the Rocket zone. One back by Moncton. So clearing attempt is going to be intercepted. His puck comes free behind the net. I was looking to poke that one free was McCaddy, but McFadden will collect. A lot of Max out there today. As Boutlier will collect inside her own zone. 2.5 to go in the first. Shots are tied 7-7, but it's the Rockets who have the only goal. As here's Alain. Alain will play it in the corner. As looking to go up the wall for Boutlier, was going to be picked off. As here's McCaddy. Played over across for MacArthur. MacArthur has the puck as she enters the zone. Nice move in the half wall. MacArthur gets nudged into the wall. Puck will come free for McFadden through the middle. Skate to stick for Alain. As McFadden gets a return pass, but unable to make him play at the blue line. McFadden will recollect. Enters the zone. McFadden, nice move. Here's McFadden on the backhand. Pass across. Comes free. Here's Alain. Shot deflected wide. Couple nice chances there. There's another chance off the side of the net. That one was shot by Lily Plord. Selects will collect in their own zone, but Fitzpatrick on the interception will play it back. As watch out, the Selects are changing as they almost got caught with too many players out there, but we'll play on. Here's Grinton now inside her own zone, looking to weave her way past the forecheck. Nice escape move as Grinton makes 5 fakes there to get by 3 white jerseys. It's going to be played up ahead. As here's Morrow, sent in deep by Martin. As here is McDonald, but Rockets will take it away. Sent back in deep by Dwaron. As Bourgeois will play it up the wall. On the Rockets now as we're inside the last 60. As here is Hudier. Hudier up ahead as Poirier off the bench with a step. Here comes Audrey Poirier, the Team Atlantic defenseman, has the puck. Poirier played up the wall as Bourgeois with a shot go blocked. Nearly sent the other way, but a lucky bounce from Moncton. Is looking to spring Tanner there where the Selects, but it's going to be picked off. As Tanner will look to backhand that in deep, but picked up by Poirier. Poirier through the middle for Ward. Ward went to the zone through the middle. Ward will drop it off there for Poirier. Poirier makes a nice move at the blue line. Poirier still has the puck. Watch out here. Poirier shot blocked. Rebounds in the slot, but it's going to be cleared away by the Selects. As Poirier showing off the mitts there, fresh out of Mount Pearl. That's going to be sent in deep. 10 seconds to go now on the clock. Going towards the goal. Rebounds there, but cleared away. One last chance for the Selects before the buzzer. Shot tipped. Just goes past the glove and wide. As that's going to be played in the corner. One last chance perhaps. That's going to do it here as the buzzer goes. So it's the Rockets off the stick of Leanne Bourgeois who have the lead here after the first. Shots after the first period were 8-7 in favor of Moncton as they'll head to the dressing room with the lead. You're tuned to High Button Sports here, live from Hector Arena in Pictou. Zamboni onto the ice. We'll be back after the break. Welcome back inside the Hector Arena. Second period about to get underway. As the only goal that came in the first was off a nifty move from Leanne Bourgeois, as she went over the shoulder of the goaltender Lydia Mason, top shelf. As you expect nothing less from the two top teams in the Maritime Major Girls Hockey League to be putting on a show, and it's been a bit of a tight chess match defensively so far. Not many grade A chances given out by either teams, playing a solid defensive zone game on both sides, and both goaltenders have been pretty good as well. Lydia Mason and Claire Fournette. As we'll wait for the ice to dry a bit here at the Hector Arena. Whistle goes from the referee at the center ice, as it's Colpitts in for the draw against Richards. Puck is dropped and we're underway here in the second period. Whoa, $125 for Mr. Boutlier there. So a little bit of gas money for the Boutlier family. I'm assuming that would be the father of Lola Boutlier for the Rockets. So congrats to them on their recent lottery win. Or 50-50 win. I guess it's kind of a lottery. Anyway, Rockets have the puck. DD pass. Here is Audrey Poirier. It's going to be tipped up high and out of play. As Poirier, of course, just flew back from Newfoundland today to make it back in time to be in the Rockets lineup. Hallie Rose McLean and Lexi McIntyre could not make it back to Pictou in time, so they are out of the lineup today. I don't see them in the crowd, so I'm not sure. I mean, you'd think they'd be on the same plane, those three players. So I'm not sure how that, but maybe one had a flight back to Moncton, one had a flight, I don't know. Either way, that was the story I was told by the coaches. No Hallie Rose and Lexi McIntyre, but Audrey Poirier, as you can see right there on the bench, or now the coach is blocking her. There he is. There she is. Poirier, number 15, as they'll drop the puck after that long delay. Shot is on from Boutlier. She's looking to cash in from the blue line as her dad just won the 50-50 in the crowd. So it's going to be played to the blue line. Sent back in deep by the Rockets. It's a funny hop on the boards. There's Ward. Wraparound chance. A few whacks at it, but kept out by Lydia Mason, the goaltender. As puck in behind the net. Selects looking to clear. Comes free for the Rockets. Here's Ward again out of the corner. Just going to come free. Here come the Subway Selects now. Leading the way is McLeod, as she'll get the blue line and send it in deep. Takes a funny hop with the stick. Rebound cleared away by Chanel Cormier. Cormier drops it off for Ward. Ward will go backhand up the wall for Richard, who will send it in deep. Rockets will change, as out to play it is Mason, which is also my name. As Selects will play it up ahead. Poked up free for Marlon Martin. Marlon will play it behind the net as Francis McDonald in the forecheck. Finds Martin looking to wrap that one home, but that's going to be whistled down as the net came off its moorings inside the crease of Claire Fournette. So they'll stop play. So we're about a minute and a half into this second period. 1-0. Leanne Bourgeois on the goal scorer. Puck is dropped inside the Rocket zone. It's going to be one back cleanly, as here is Bourgeois, the aforementioned goal scorer. That's going to be kept in at the line as Floyd will collect inside her own zone. Floyd up through the middle looking for McFadden. That's going to be picked off by Fife Francis McDonald. As Rockets recollect inside the neutral ice. Here is McFadden. Enters the zone on the right side. Will chip it in the corner. As they're going to pick up the puck is Mila Martin. As she'll cycle it for her partner Burris. As he played on the boards. A little collision there in the corner. As puck comes free behind the net. Poked free by McDonald. Fife Francis will go up the wall. It's going to be poked out of the zone. As getting her stick on that was Bria Tanner. As Plord will get the pass, played up the wall. Rockets have possession. They'll enter the zone. Here's McFadden. McFadden looking to weave her way through there, but nice defense by Ella Grinton. As I mentioned at the top of the period, both teams not really giving much space out there for the opposition, as Poirier will drop it off for her partner. Here is Arsenault. Arsenault up the wall, looking to spring a teammate there, that being Colpitts. That's going to be sent the other way, and then right back into the select zone is spinning out the forecheck there was Connolly. Played up the wall. Here come the selects now. Played through the middle by Richards, looking for teammate Vince, but unable to connect with her. As here is Poirier up for Cole Pitts. This guy's looking to get that in deep as Cormier. And they will. It's going to be picked up behind the net. Here is Doiron, played over the wall. As Rockets to keep in the zone. Chance comes free for Cole Pitts. Almost lets a backhander go, but she got her stick lifted in the slot. Puck played to the point. As here is Arsenault. Will play it back in deep. Finds Cole Pitts in the corner. Cole Pitts makes a nice move. A pass in front there off a skate. That's going to be played up ahead, but kept in by the Rockets. Good shift here in the O-zone. As Selects will take over now. Play to the opposite wards. As off the stick of Morrow. Puck will be sent in deep by the Selects, and they'll go for a change. Out to play it is Fournette. Leaves it for Audrey Poirier. She gets shut of the puck there, but her teammate Ward off the bench able to back her up, keep the play inside the zone, but it's going to be sent back in deep by the Selects as Ward will find Poirier in the corner, looking to clear. It's going to be chipped out the zone. Here is Danielle. Danielle has a step perhaps. Nice move. Danielle will fire one, and she scores! Wow! Nice move, and an even nicer shot. As Annabelle Danielle goes upstairs over the shoulder again of the goaltender. And it's 2-0 here in Pictou. The oohs and ahs from the bench right in front of me here. As deservingly so. That was a beauty. Couldn't have put that in a better spot off the rush. And the Rockets are up and running here. They're up 2 goals about 4 minutes into this second period as they'll pump fake the face-off. This time it will be dropped. Rockets are buzzing right now. Here is Boutlier. Boutlier drops it off for Danielle. She has the hot stick right now. Danielle, as she gets nudged off the puck. As that's going to be chipped off the wall. As Ward gets the assist. And Richard as well. As Richard will collect at the blue line, but sticked off. The puck is Selects in the clear. Kept in by Richard. Puck on the street for Danielle, looking for more. That's going to be stopped by Field. Or Mason, rather. Standing her ground in the Selects blue paint was Lydia Mason. It's been all Rockets in the second period. As they have 5 shots on goal as compared to the 1 for the Selects in this middle frame. As here is Alain. Looking to keep the play alive inside the zone. McFadden will collect. McFadden plays up top. Shot tipped in front there. Rebound cleared away. Was letting that one go from the point was Fitzpatrick. As here is Bourgeois. Nice move once again. She did that exact same move on the blue line to score her first goal. This time she'll send it in deep. As she'll pinch in now to keep the play alive inside the zone. As puck comes free in the circle. Sent back in deep. Here's McFadden in the offensive zone behind the net. McFadden has the puck. It's going to go up the wall. It's going to be collected by Alain. Alain will send it right back in deep. McFadden has it. There's a shoulder check. Pass in front. Tipped on goal. Just goes wide. So that's going to be picked up by the Rockets. Here's Alain. Alain on the top of the circle will pass over across there. Looking for the one-timer. Was Pleured, but she couldn't get a good shot off. That's going to be played towards the opposite wall. As Selects will get the puck out the zone. As here is Bourgeois to collect. Bourgeois will scan and pass up ahead. Just out of the reach of the intended recipient. Pleured as Selects will recollect. Here come the Subway. Selects can be picked off. As in comes Pleured. Shot fanned on there, but able to get that on net. As it hit a stick on the way through. Making the save was Lydia Mason. This puck in behind the goal. Selects have it inside their own zone. Looking to start the rush here is Sean Richards. Richards will send it in deep. Richards. Some fresh ice out there. It's going to be a penalty on the Selects. That's going to be touched up. And the Rockets, who are up a pair, will head to the player advantage. Tripping's a signal on Sean Richards. No argument there from number 9 in blue. That was pretty clear cut. Right in front of the referee as well. As Poirier out there. alongside Richard, Ward, and Daniel. Puck is dropped. As here is Poirier playing the quarterback in this power play. Passes off. One-timer shot. Ward! And that would have been a perfect setup there on the power play. Couldn't draw it up any better than that. So that's a beautiful feed across from Danielle. But here's Cormier. Poirier over to Ward. Pass back in front there. One-timer blocked as Poirier came creeping in the slot there looking for the return pass and the give and go. Gets a decent shot off, but it was blocked as Danielle will collect it on her own blue line. Danielle finds Poirier. Here comes the Team Atlantic representative for the Rockets. Probably could have said that better. Representative. As here is Danielle up top. Over across for Ward. Ward back for Danielle. She'll walk in and shoot on up high. Blocked in the way in. Rebounds there in the slot but poked away as the Selects will collect and send it down the ice. A minute has gone on this power play. As Fournette will leave it behind the net for the captain Poirier. Audrey Poirier plays it towards the left wall onto the stick of Bourgeois. Or that's Ward rather. Here's Ward in the zone. Shot just goes wide in the opposite corner as Marissa Richard has the puck on the half wall. As Boutlier comes out to replace Poirier in the quarterback position on this power play. Here is Richard in the corner now. Shot on the goal line. Sticked away. Picked up by McFadden. As McFadden will turn it over. As Selects will get possession. Here's MacArthur. MacArthur will chip it off the wall. And on the forecheck, shorthanded, it's MacArthur doing a good job as McFadden forced a circle back. 25 seconds to go in the power play. Here is McFadden. Rockets up 2-0 here in Pictou at the Hector Arena. McFadden through the middle, has the puck. Nice move, can't finish it off. Comes free, Colpitch shot just goes wide. As looking to bat that one back in was Rodier. Puck comes free for Rodier. 8 seconds to go in the power play. Up top for Boutlier. Boutlier will walk the line and shoot one on, looking for a lane. Tipped him in front, but off a stick of the Select player. That's going to be kept in by Boutlier. Puck will be turned over as Selects have the puck, and they could have sprang a breakaway perhaps, but unable to connect successfully as out of the box came Richards. As we approach the halfway mark of regulation here, 11 and a half to go here in the second. Here's McFadden, enters the zone and will dent it in deep. That should go for a change. Back to retrieve it is Connolly. Selects have it, but turned over, and on the forecheck is Rodier. Puck comes free behind the net, picked up by the Selects, played to the corner. There's Martin looking for the loose puck. Puck will be chipped up the zone, but Rodier back to collect. As CUD pass, picked up by Arsenault. Arsenault will send it in deep. As back to retrieve it is Connolly, but it's a foot race. Won by Connolly. As here come the Selects. Here is Doiron. Doiron will be sent the other way. That's going to be sent back in deep. 11 minutes to go now here in the second period. As looking to clear out the Selects. Haven't been able to do that much yet this period. Here's Alain. Will drag and fire one on the low. Rebounds there, but cleared away. As it comes free up top. Pass over cross for Alain. She had that go off the top of her stick. Here is Fitzpatrick. Shot blocked. As that took a funny hop off the shin pad. Puck played behind the net. Wraparound chance as they whack away. A couple blocks in front there. Bodies are down. Comes free. Shot is on. Tip and stopped by Lydia Mason through the screen. As Rockets are all over the Selects right now. As they'll play it back towards the blue line. Nice move up top. As here is Arsenault. Pass across. Alain. Shot. Stopped. And that will be covered up for the whistle. Moncton dominating in the middle frame. Shots are 11-1 in this period in favor of the Rockets, who are up by 2 goals here in Pictou. Puck is dropped. One back to the point. Poirier will hold on to the top of the circle. Shot off the blocker. Nice patience there from the captain of the Rockets. As Danielle looking to get it back in the zone. It's hit there on the blue line. You don't see that too often in this league. As puck in the corner. Played behind the net. As player falls down looking to clear. Here is a penalty coming up here. As there might be a tripping call against the Rockets. And that will be the signal from the referee. So the Selects, who have not been good in this period, will head to the power play as they're down by a pair here at home. A lot of fresh ice in the Rockets zone. As this power play usually runs through Hallie Rose McLean and Lexi McIntyre, but they are both out of the lineup. Couldn't get back from Mountain Pearl in time. So let's see what they can pull off here. As Sean Richards will take the face off. Puck dropped. One back to the corner by the Rockets inside their own zone. Short-handed, but picked up. As here's Richards. Looking over across for Vince. Vince tripped to the puck there on the wall by Poirier. Richard gets the penalty. There is Fife, Francis McDonald, but turned over as Poirier will collect and send it right down the ice. As it's going to be sent right onto Lydia Mason, who's going to be forced to cover up. As in on the forecheck was Maxime Arsenault. This Moncton team, they can skate, they can pass, they can shoot. My first time watching them this season in person, and I'm very impressed. I can see why they're so highly ranked in the national scale as puck is dropped. One behind the net. As on the power play, the Slugs have in their own zone. Here is Boyle. Played up the wall. As puck will come free for Cole Pitts, who will look to send it down the opposite end. As Slugs have it at the red line in neutral ice. As Burris will play it towards the wall. Pass over across for Anna MacArthur. MacArthur will go back towards the wall there for Boyle. Sent inside the zone, but quickly picked off by Boutelier, but kept in at the line. Throw towards the half wall in a panic, but able to corral it was MacArthur. MacArthur on the goal line, shot at the pad. Rebound's there! And double saves there from Fournette. She makes two. As Selects have a little mojo right now, but kept in at the line by the skin of the teeth. Shot towards the goal. Rebound's there! Just over the stick. Couple nice chances here for the Selects now. On the power play, shot towards the goal. Rebounds there! As that's going to be up in the slot. Play towards the point. Shot is on! Stopped through the screen by Fournette. 30 seconds to go in the power play. Puck is played up top. Here's MacArthur. She'll walk the line. Plays it over across. Here's Boyle. Boyle will send it all the way around the wall. Chance here for the Rocket to collect and clear, but it's going to be picked up. As here is Burris looking to hold the line. 15 seconds to go in the power play. Puck kept in by the Selects. As puck is on the wall. Aggressive penalty kill in here from Moncton. As the coach actually tells him to back off. As pass over across. Here is McCaddy. Plays it up top. As penalty is now over. Back to 5-on-5. Selects still have it. Shot towards the goal. Just goes wide behind the net. It's going to be picked up by Colpitts. Played up the wall to the point now. Shot from distance. Stopped and covered up. And there'll be no rebounds. As Fournette makes the save off the point shot. So a bit of a momentum shift there from that power play, perhaps, for the Selects, as they have an offensive zone chance in the face-off. As Morrow in for the dot, puck is dropped. One back by the Selects inside the offensive zone. It's going to be sent towards the opposite corner by Vince. Puck picked up in the corner by the Selects, as here's Richards. Puck comes free. Francis McDonald has it, sent towards the goal. Puck on the goal line, pass in front, but all tangled up. Looking for the pass was Morrow. It's going to be kept in behind the net. Selects will play it up the wall for Morrow. Morrow plays it up top of the blue line for Vince, who will look to hold the line. She will. Here's Morrow. Pass to the middle is going to be picked off. Here come the Rockets now as Alain has it. Enters the zone on the right side. Will chip it in, but met there at the line by the stick of Grinton for the Selects. As Moncton will regain possession, but turned over. As here comes Vince. Vince will throw it ahead. And out to play it is Fournette. It's a nice play there to find her teammate. As puck comes free in neutral ice. He picked up by the Selects in their own blue line. Played up ahead. At the end of her shift was Vince. She'll chip it in deep. As she goes for a change. Beauty pass over to Bourgeois. Bourgeois has the puck. 6:40 to go here in the second. Pass ahead for Alain. Alain through the middle. Puck bouncing. Comes free. As here's Plourde. Plourde. Those are the middle there. As she couldn't get this clean zone entry. As here's Tanner the other way for the Selects. Bria Tanner has the puck, number 2 in blue. Down the right wall through the middle now. Sent towards the slot. Player falls down in the process. Arm stays down as well from the referee. As watch out here. Selects looking to keep the line. It's going to be a bad pinch. Here's Daniel. Daniel with a nice hesitation. Daniel will fire one on. Stop with the blocker by Lydia Mason. 6 minutes to go. As player taken down the corner. Arm stays down as well. We'll play on here in Pictou. Puck comes free. Played up the wall. There is Tanner. Maria Tanner will try and poke it ahead, but out of her reach. Rockets regain possession for a moment. As puck played over across for Ward. Ward will scan the ice. Head up the whole way. Ward through the middle. Weaving her way through to the opposite wall. Ward is forced to circle back. She'll play it over across for Richard. Richard as It's going to be picked up by Boyle for the Selects. Played up the boards, looking for Tanner. Tanner looking to clear. As Fife Francis McDonald will play it back for her D-man. It's going to be poked up through the middle and then will slowly make its way in. Let's take a bootlier on our own blue line. 5.5 to go here in the second. Here come the Rockets now. Here is Alain. Here's Danielle. Shot through the screen. Rebound Sayre in the slot. Shot on! And they score! Marissa Richard gets a lucky bounce off the shin pad. Goes top shelf over the glove. And the Rockets have scored 3 goals here unanswered. Unlucky bounce there for the Selects, as it was a nice block off the original shot from Daniel. As referee wants the players to back up on the wing. As they get the puck on the ice. As Richard gets the goal credit there. I believe she had an assist as well in this game, so good day for her. And Danielle gets the assist, of course, so a 2.9 for Danielle as well. She scored the second goal. As here is Chisholm in their own zone. Shot towards the goal, blocked. Rockets will take it back the other way. As here is Colpitts. Colpitts through the middle. It's going to be off a skate. Comes free for Subway. It's going to be played up the head. Looking for the loose puck. There's McCaddy on the forecheck, but able to get there first. There's Cormier, makes a nice escape move off the forecheck. It's going to be sent the other way. Puck is slowly making its way down inside the select zone. No icing is a signal from the linesperson. As they'll play on here. As Rodier on the forecheck causes a turnover. Colpitts sent it back into Rodier down low. Played over across. Pass towards the middle is going to be picked off. As Colpitts is looking to center that pass. As puck comes free for the Select. CDD pass. It's going to be played over across for Doiron. Sent in deep as Bourgeois back to retrieve it. 4 minutes to go here in the second. Rockets up 3-0. They've pretty well controlled the pace here in the second period. They took a penalty and the Selects had a few good chances on that player advantage, but since then it's been all Moncton. As it's going to be played up ahead. Here comes McFadden. 2-on-1 developing. McFadden has it all alone. McFadden up high. She scores! Makes the bottle move. Throws it up top. And that's 4 unanswered for the Rockets. Number 81 for Moncton. Makes no mistake on the breakaway. And the Rockets are flying high here in Pictou. Great performance from them in this second period. 3 goals, 4 total in the game. That's going to be played back. As here's Alain. Alain looking to get by the defense of the Selects, but it's going to be sent in deep as out to play it and covered up is Mason. So Bourgeois gets the assist as she made the play to create the breakaway / 2-on-0. So Bourgeois offering the goal and assist tonight. Puck is dropped inside the Select zone. Here is Poirier shooting on. So we stop and covered up by Lydia Mason, who's been busy here in this middle frame. She's up to 17 shots in this period alone. 25 on the night in total. Puck dropped. It's going to be played behind the net as Alain looking for it. Ward finds it. Ward up top now. We'll try and cycle it, but picked up by the Selects. In transition. Here comes Tanner. Tanner will get to the line, but that's going to be offside. And it's that kind of day for the Subway Selects. As, of course, they're missing their 2 All-Stars who couldn't make it back in time for the game from Mount Pearl, representing Atlantic provinces at the U18 Nationals. As here is Daniel. Over up for Arsenault. Played through the middle. Sent in deep. Puck played behind the net. As Richard will try and keep it in deep, but it's going to be turned over. As here is Burris, Layla Burris, down the right wing. Will get to the line and send it in deep. Goes for her own dump in. Gets there first. Burris with the puck behind the net, but it's going to be picked up by the Rockets as Arsenault takes over. Puck comes free for Burris as that hopped over her stick. And the puck luck not on the side of the Selects here today. As here is Poirier, the captain for the Rockets. Coming from Mount Pearl to Pictou. Here is Poirier. Will fire one off the rush. It's going to be stopped and covered up by Lydia Mason once again. He was up to 18 shots here in the period. Colpitts did the face-off inside the select zone against McCaddy. Puck is dropped. As Boutlier pokes it back in, but here come the Selects now with a chance. This is going to be played up the wall. As inside the zone is Vint. Puck played to the wall. As shot is on. It goes off the body of Colpitts and wide as that was MacArthur. Let one rip off the boards. As puck comes free on the opposite wall now. Right to the right side of the Selects bench. As hit there on the wall, Boutlier. As they'll jam it into the stanchion there. The puck comes free. It can be played up ahead at the line, but unable to send it in deep right away was Conley. She'll circle back. Plays it over across for Dwaron, who will send it in deep. Not to play it as Fournette. It's picked up by the Rockets inside their own zone. Boutlier will go cross ice looking for Colpitts. So we'll play that off the wall as Colpitts enters the zone on the right side. Colpitts will drop it off for Poirier. Here's Rodier. Shot up high! Looking for the top shelf was number 22 in white. Just missing the crossbar. That will stay out and we'll play on as there's 75 seconds to go here in this period. It's going to be picked up by Bourgeois. Bourgeois opened the scoring all the way back in the first period. That's going to be played up the wall, kept in by the Selects as we approach the last minute of play, and we're inside the last 60 now. PA announcers on it today as watch out right in front of the Zamboni door as turned over, pass towards the goal. That's going to be sent the other way as here is Alain. Alain for the Rockets, enters his zone on the right side. Will poke it in the corner. 45 seconds to go now. Alain off the wall. It's going to be sent free as here is Burris. Looking to clear. Captain at the line for the Rockets. Back to retrieve it as Boyle. Boyle will spin off a forecheck. Makes a nice play up the boards. Here is Morrow. Morrow gets pinned to the wall by McFadden. As 2-on-2 in the boards. Puck will come free. That's going to be sent down the ice. And with 20 seconds to go, that's going to be an icing call against the Selects. (26-13) are the shots in favor of Moncton, so they're doubling up the shot stat category, and they have quadrupled the amount of goals. That was a big word there, wasn't it? As puck played in the corner. 10 seconds now on the clock. As Alain will look to dump it in deep. 5 seconds now. As that's going to be played off the wall. Last chance here. Perhaps here's McFadden out of the corner. Pass in front, but that's going to be all she wrote for the second period. So Rockets explode for 3 goals in the middle frame. They'll take a 4-0 lead into the third. As Zamboni will head to the ice. You're tuned to High Button Sports live from Pictou. We'll be back after the break. Welcome back here inside the Hector Arena, as it was a Rocket takeover in that second period. They scored 3 goals. They put up 18 shots, as opposed to the 6 for the Selects. As the Subway Selects find themselves down 4-0 at home here on a Sunday afternoon. As they'll drop the puck at center ice, and we're underway here in the third period. As Moncton will win in the draw. Poirier will play it up ahead, as that's going to be sent in deep. Richard thought she got high stick there after she dumped it in. Puck in the corner. As Selects have it, here is Chisholm. Right over across the opposite wall, poked up ahead by Fife Francis McDonald. That's going to slowly make its way onto the goal. As Fournette will lay it to the corner. As it's going to be sent the other way on the forecheck by Morrow. As Selects have it inside the offensive zone. As it's still stuck in the wall there. Eventually it gets taken out. As puck sent up ahead. Here is Richard. Richard through the middle. Picked up and quickly turned away. As good start here for Subway here in this third period. And I guess you could say it really couldn't get much worse than the last one. As here is Daniel. Danielle had a goal in that second period. Danielle still has it. Nice move. Danielle will play it towards the corner, and she got nudged off the puck. Plays it back for McFadden. McFadden will collect the puck off the wall. Up top for Boutelier, whose dad won 50-50 in the second period. So she's got a little extra gas money, or her family does at least. There's a nice play there to find her teammate Cormier off the D2D exchange. But and then the forechecker of the Selects once again. That's MacArthur. Puck comes free from McFadden. D2D pass as Boutelier turns it over. Watch out here as that shot was just sent wide by McCaddy off for the mishap from the Rockets. Puck comes free behind the net. There's McFadden up through the middle. It's going to miss everybody. End up on the stick of Connolly. She'll poke it towards the zone. Selects have it. Making it the way down the wall is Martin. He played in behind the net. As here is Boutelier. Boutelier will go off the glass. Looking to spring a teammate Pleward, but met there by the Select stick, because that's going to be played up ahead. Here is Boyle looking to extend it to her teammate. That is McCaddy, but just out of her reach as Rockets will recollect. Another good reverse cycle pass there. Let's watch out here off the bench. Came Tanner pinching in, but that's going to be sent back in deep by the Selects. Out to play it. It's Fournette. Here is Bourgeois. She has the game winner as of right now. She gets taken down on the play. Arm stays down as well. We have the arms go up in the Moncton crowd looking for a call as Pleward. Well, going in the forecheck, it's going to be picked up by Burris. As getting the return pass there is Burris on the D2D. As puck will be sent in the corner. There's a few shouts being thrown out here now in this third. As we have a fan, what's up, bud? Who's booing the Rockets. As here comes Colpitts. Right up to the point. Here's Captain Poirier. Nice move on the blue line. Poirier to the half wall now towards the slot, looking for the one-timer. It was Colpitts, but the Selects intercept as another hit in the play, and that will cause a penalty. As they'll send Poirier to the box. Interference is the signal. So the Selects, who are down by 4, will head to the power play as the captain of the Rockets sits for interference. Boutelier is wondering why the previous one wasn't called, right as she points to the right wall inside the Rocket zone. I mean, it's too late now to go back. As in for the face-off is Richards against Ward. Big moment here in this game. The Selects can score a quick one here. They're right back in it. As this is going to be played at the half wall if the Selects face-off win. They have the puck in the offensive zone. Here's Dwaron. Plays it up top. As here is Burris. Over across. Shot is blocked. As that was Dwaron who let that one go from the blue line. Rebound gets played to the neutral zone. As a few hits now being thrown in this one in this third, so things are tightening up here. As here's Cormier turned over. That's going to be thrown towards the goal, but unable to hold the line. where the selects here in the process of changing. As here is Richards. Sean Richards through the middle. Will fire one off the rush there. Just goes wide. Rebound shot off the side of the net. Will go all the way on the wall. As puck played up top. There is Dwyer over cross. Shot is on. It's tipped. It's up and over the net. As Burris let a shot go. Tipped in front by, I believe, Richards. As there's 50 seconds to go in the power play. Puck comes off the wall. Here's Boutlier. Boutlier will make a move off the corner. She gets up the wall. Can't clear. Kept in by Burris. Selects have it. Played through the middle. It's going to be collected behind the net by the Rockets. As penalty coming up here. Head contact is the signal. And that will be a 5-on-3 now as Boutlier heads to the box. So 33 seconds of 5-on-3. Selects have a great chance here to make things interesting here in the third. As they'll redo the face-off. Lines person didn't like the formation. In for the draw is McCaddy. Up against Cole Pitts for the Rockets. Puck is dropped. Scrum draw. Played back to the point. Here is Boyle. Over a cross. Shot is on at the blocker. As rebounds there. Shot just wide. As that was Burris letting two shots go. Number 15 in blue. Here is Boyle. She'll walk the line. Plays with the half wall. Sent in deep there, but intercepted by Bourgeois. And that will make its way out the zone. As they'll leave the players out there. Selects had the puck. There is MacArthur on the half wall. Puts a move on. MacArthur plays it up top for Boyle. Boyle will walk the line. Over across. Here is Burris. Shot just goes wide of the net. As it's 5-on-4 now. Poirier back out there. As she'll have to play forward here on this penalty kill. Pass in front. Just over the stick of McCaddy on the centering play. As here is Burris. Played to the half wall. McCaddy shot towards the goal, sticked away by Bourgeois. She'll collect behind the net, looking to clear. It's going to be kept in on the wall. Sent back in towards the zone. As the Selects have possession. As passed towards the goal. That's going to be wide of the net. As here is Burris. As hit there on the boards. That will free up the puck. As Moncton bench likes that one. As looking to clear, it's a Captain Poirier, but it's going to be kept in. 40 seconds to go in the power play. Shot towards the goal, sent wide. As pinching in is Burris. As 2-on-2 in the corner, comes free for Burris. As she'll weave her way through. Moncton looking for another call there. Burris has it towards the goal. It just goes off the stick and wide of Fournette. 20 seconds to go in the power play. Selects have been good on the power play here today. Haven't been able to score any goals though. That's going to be played through the middle. Poirier has it as she'll look to extend it in deep and go for a change. Long shift for her out of the box. As here come the Selects. As Dwyer has it. Plays it back as Tanner. As we're back to 5-on-5. So the Rockets kill off the 5-on-3. Here is Tanner. Weaving away through, but off first stick as Boutlier out of the box. Makes the play. It's going to be sent down the opposite direction. But that will be an icing call. So the Rockets can't change here. .13:09 remaining here in the third. Rockets in control of this game right now. Puck is dropped. One back. Here is Boutlier. Up for Daniel. Annabelle Daniel has a goal in this game. Looking for more. Has the puck in the circle. Makes a move. Daniel plays over. Cross it for Ward. Shot is on. Just goes wide. Rebound. Played behind the net. As here is Arsenault. As she gets taken down, that will be a penalty. So now it's the Selects' turn to head to the sin bin. As Bria Tanner looks to be the guilty party, or no, that will be Mila Martin, number 10. As Moncton coach still looking for the penalty on the last play. As they thought there was 2 penalties on the play. Referees will discuss it. Is the coach looking for an explanation? Not sure if they called 2 on that or not. Try and listen in here the best I can. So we'll get a heated exchange here right in front of us. So they'll send the second player to the box. So actually send her, yeah. So Tanner and Martin are inside the selects penalty box. What it will be a 5-on-4. So it looks like it will be, there's 2 penalties on the clock there. As coach getting an explanation in the opposite end. I must say, I'm a big fan of these coaches in Moncton. They're very professional. They know what they're talking about. They're drawing some great plays, and players seem to respect them a lot. As 5-on-3 here for Moncton. They're up 4-0 in this one, looking for more. Puck is dropped. One back for Danielle. Annabelle Daniel has a goal already in this game. Played over across. Here's Poirier for a little bit of space. She'll play to the goal line for Ward. As Ward nearly loses the puck. Gets it right back. As Ward plays it up top on the half wall. Poirier has it up top. Daniel. Daniel will drag and shoot one low. Looking for the tip. Just goes wide. As Danielle gets her own rebound on the half wall. Annabelle Daniel over across for Poirier. Poirier gets nudged off the puck there, but able to hold the play inside the zone while she was falling down. As Ward has on the wall for Poirier. Poirier will walk in, pass it for Danielle. Shot is on, they score! Annabelle Danielle double dips here in Pictou, and it's 5-0. A great display of puck movement by Moncton, and that's why they're on the national rankings here in Canada in the U18 level. Perfect design there on that power play for the Rockets, as Danielle has her 3rd point of the day here in Pictou at the Hector Arena, as Selects down by 5 looking to respond off the rush. Shot is blocked as Rockets still in the power play here. Here is McFadden. McFadden on the half wall. Will walk in the circle. Plays up top. Finds a stick of Boutlier. As chance here for the Selects to clear. That will make its way to the red line as Bourgeois will backpedal and neutral ice. Here is Bourgeois through the middle. Has a step. On the right circle. Will circle back to the blue line. Bourgeois has a goal in this game. Plays it over across through the sea of sticks there. Selects will eventually get that puck batted down. It's going to be kept in. That's going to be a penalty once again. It's that kind of day for Subway, as they'll make their way back to the box. 37 seconds of 5-on-3 time if they need it. Tough day in Pictou for the hometown team. As the top unit back out there for this 5-on-3 once again. They just scored a few moments ago to make it 5-0 as they'll redo the face-off. Puck is dropped. That's going to be kept in by Daniel with a stick. Nice hand-eye there. As here's Poirier. Will fumble the puck. Plays it down low for Ward. Ward will shoot towards the goal. That's going to be redirected wide by the goaltender with the glove. As here is Ward. Up top for Daniel. Annabelle Daniel will walk into the circle. Shot is up. And that's going to be stopped. Rebound's there. And covered up. And a scrum after the fact. There's a few shoves being thrown in front of the Selects net. Annabelle Daniel out there looking for the hat trick. This Rockets team does not have many weaknesses at all. I can't really see a weak point for them, as all their players can move the puck, move their feet and they all have a role here on this team. And they're led by one of the best defense in the league, Audrey Poirier. She has the puck on the power play. Pass over across for Daniel. Daniel will walk in and shoot up high, and that's the hat trick. Top shelf. What a snipe. 3 for Daniel. Triple dipping is number 20 here in Pictou. If I had a hat on, I'd throw it. What a snipe over the shoulder. 4 points on the day for number 20. And that is 6-0. Another power play goal here for Moncton. They've been nearly perfect on the player advantage here today, as it's been all selects, or all Rockets rather, here in Pictou. Here is Rodier. Rodier has the puck, as Poirier gets the assist there. It's going to be cleared down the ice as the Rockets are still on the player advantage here at the Hector Arena. This here's Bourgeois. So, first power play unit, they got Audrey Poirier, one of the best defensemen in the league, and they throw out Bourgeois for the second unit. It's a pretty good 1-2 punch up there up top. There's a few cheers there after the miscue. Here's Bourgeois. Bourgeois will walk in and shoot. One stop made as quick whistle from the ref as she lost sight of the puck, and that will stop things here. As we're nearly halfway through this third. Rockets surging here in Hector Arena. McFadden in for the draw against Morrow. They'll drop the puck. One back to the corner. Here is Grinton. Just going to be played up the wall. Here is Bourgeois over to Boutelier. Boutelier will backpedal and play it nice over to McFadden. McFadden will spin on the top of the circle. Back for Boutelier. Boutelier back to McFadden on the return pass. Pass across. Here's Bourgeois. Bourgeois will try and go skate to stick there, but she couldn't quite handle that cleanly. As once again, great puck movement here from Moncton on the player advantage. It's been all Rockets here today, as I've said that a couple times. Here is Boutelier. Boutelier over across for Bourgeois. Enters his zone on the left side. Bourgeois, 12 seconds to go on the power play. Bourgeois will spin behind the net. Pass up top for Boutelier. Boutelier will play it over across for McFadden. Shot stopped by Lydia Mason. There'll be no rebounds. Few shoves after the whistle as they'll send both players to the box. Hudier and a selects player, not sure who, looks like it is Grinton. And it will be. So 2 seconds to go on the power play for the Rockets. This face-off will be inside the select zone. So we're back to 5-on-5 now. Couple of power play goals as Selects took 3 consecutive penalties. And that kind of blew the game open here in the third, as here are the Rockets down inside their own zone. Is Plourde. Plourde up the wall, has the puck. Plourde down the left side, went to the zone. Might have gotten hooked there on the entry, says the Moncton crowd behind me. As there's 9 minutes to go here in the third. Cole puts it into the puck in the neutral ice. As Fitzpatrick will up the wall. It's going to be picked up by Burris. Here come the selects. Down the left side is Richards. Richards will throw it towards the goal, but doesn't make its way on net. This puck in the corner. Pass up ahead. It's picked up by Plourde. Plourde has the puck for Moncton. Plourde will drag her way through the slot area, but nudged off the puck by Boyle. As it's going to be sent down the ice. Last person back is Cormier. That's going to be sent all the way down 200 feet off the icing call. Shots are 33-15 in favor of Moncton, who have been dominating here today on the road. Their second consecutive game here in Pictou, as they played last night here in Hector, they won 4-1, and this time they're up 6 here in the third. Puck is dropped. Here is Poirier up top. Poirier will throw it towards the goal. Just goes wide as Danielle in the corner collects the puck. Annabelle Daniel will look to hold the line. It's going to be played up to the blue line. As watch out, puck in the slot. Here is Ward out of the corner. Ward towards the goal. It's going to be fought off and sent to the wall. As here is Cormier pinching in. Cormier gets hit there into the boards, and that will be a penalty. So just a reminder, this is not a contact league, but both teams throwing the body out there today. Selects will continue their parade to the penalty box. And so send their top unit back out there. Puck is dropped. One back for Danielle. She has a hat trick in this game and an assist, so a 4-point day for her. Danielle over cross. Return pass from Poirier back to Daniel. Plays it down low. As here is the pass from Alain. Over across. Poirier will drag and hold on to it, but she didn't pull the trigger there. As that would have been a beauty from the Team Atlantic defense. As Danielle will collect the puck behind her own net. Here is Poirier. Poirier has the puck on the wall. Enters the zone. Poirier spins off the forecheck. She'll set up here on the power play. Danielle reaches across to grab the puck. Plays it down low. This here is Richard up for Daniel. Daniel over to Poirier. Pass in front in the middle. Looking for Cormier. That's going to be played towards the goal. And once again, some great puck movement here from Moncton. As looking to intercept that where the selects, but held in. As Richard leaves it for Daniel. Daniel gets hooked there. Arm stays down. As Daniel will drag on the backhand. Shot! This goes into the glove. As Danielle put on a show here in Pictou. But this game will remain 6-0 for now. 6:44 to go. 54 seconds on the power play for Moncton. McFadden in for the face-off. Puck dropped. One back for Boutelier. She'll backpedal to the middle of the blue line. Right over across McFadden. Pass across Fitzpatrick. Shot! This goes wide. And a perfect passing play there once again for the Rockets. They're making it look easy out there today. As here is Fitzpatrick off the D-to-D. Back over for Boutelier. Boutelier over across to the right wall. Picked up by Cormier. Cormier will take it inside the zone. That is Melody Cormier, number 19. Let's play up top for Boutelier. Boutelier finds Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick will shoot deflected, but that will stay. Let's see, that will exit the ice surface, so that will be a whistle. 6 minutes to go. 6-goal lead for Moncton. We'll drop the puck. Play up to the line. Here's Boutelier. Will walk in and shoot one low. Stop made. But then a rebound. So exactly 6 minutes to go now. 10 seconds left in the power play. They'll drop the puck. One back once again by the Rockets. As here's Boutelier over across from McFadden. As Colpitt's tangled up in front of the net. A few shoves being thrown in front of the blue paint. As we're back to 5-on-5. Here's McFadden on the half wall. Gets taken to the boards. A little bit of frustration being shown here for the Subway Selects on home ice as they're about to drop their second consecutive game. As watch out here is McFadden all alone. McFadden on the forehand. Stop made by Lydia Mason. Keeps things 6-0. There's 5.5 to go. As penalty coming up here once again. And watch out as they got a few shoves being thrown in the corner. There's one. Third man in. Came Tanner, and that might be an extended power play. So McFadden went to the box. I believe Tanner will definitely serve one and she will, alongside McLeod, I believe. And they'll send Cormier in as well. As they'll sort out the penalties here, I gotta stop my clock, my apologies. So there's 5:24 to go. We're about trying to figure out if it'll be 5-on-5 or not. It's quite the tussle there in the corner. Referee still discussing the play. You look here at the Moncton bench. As it all smiles here for the Rockets. As the Moncton coach tells his captain to go listen in on the conversation. As both captains, well, the serving captain, Boyle, as she's in replacement of Hallie Rose McLean, will listen in on the conversation from the referee, explain the penalties on both sides. So 5.5 to go. Moncton will more than likely head back home with 4 points in the weekend, as they'll stay at top of the standings. As Poirier back to the bench. 5-on-5 as there's 5 fingers in each hand from the refs. As that will sort things out. So 2 players in the box each. 5-on-5. 5:24 to go here in the third. 6-goal spread for Moncton. As scrum draw. Puck comes free. It's going to be sent in the corner, as you can hear Captain Poirier telling her bench that we're not done yet. Keep pushing here. Some good leadership for number 15 in white, as they don't want to back down to anybody here. As their goal will certainly be the SO Cup this season on the national level. I believe this is the last team I haven't seen yet play yet in this league, and this is definitely the deepest team here in the Maritime Major Girls Hockey League, that being the Rockets. It'll be interesting to see how they do throughout the playoffs. As here's Arsenault. Arsenault sent towards the corner. As puck will come free up the wall. Is Plourde. As a few cheers from the bench. As tension's rising here. These are the top 2 teams of the league, so expect a bit of a rivalry down the stretch. As the Selects have had numerous banners over the years, as you can see right by their dressing room on the right side. I'll zoom in on it later. But Moncton looking to be the new champion here. A shot, the one-timer shot. Danielle looking for her 4th goal of the game, but blocked away by Mason. Puck comes free up top. Shot, stop, rebounds there, but play to the corner. As we're inside 4 minutes now. As here is Poirier up top. Shot through the screen. Blocked away by Lydia Mason. As here is Poirier up top. Poirier down low for Daniel. Daniel back for Poirier. Skate to stick, falls down. Here come the Selects now in transition. Played up ahead by MacArthur. It's going to be sent in by Vint. As collision there on the wall. Here come the Rockets now. It's getting loud here in Pictou. Here's Poirier. They'll send it in deep. That's going to be played in behind the net. Selects looking to clear. It's pinned up against the wall with Spurris for the Selects. That's going to stop things here. There's another few shoves. As they'll send both players to the box once again, so there'll be 3 players in each box. As you can see there. She'll get a hug on the entrance. So as I was mentioning, the Selects, they got a few banners here. They're usually at the top of the standings consecutively every year. Moncton looking to take the crown from them, as it was the Greenfoot Capitals who won the league last year. But it's usually the Selects who are on top by the end of the season. That's going to be played in deep. As puck put on the wall, Fitzpatrick will throw it towards the goal. That's going to be stopped. With a shove there in front of the net once again. So things heating up here in Pictou. Oh, here we go. That was as shoves being thrown here. And player taken down on the ice. As the Selects showing some frustration here. There's a few chirps from Machar on the way to the box. So a full penalty box over there for Moncton. So I'll have to watch the replay on that one. A lot of smiles out there on the ice. So watching my phone here on YouTube. As they'll sort things out here. Oh, yeah, that was a big shove. Here, I can throw it on the screen for you. So that was a scrum there. Oh, they're down. There she goes. And that's what caused the mayhem in front of the Selects bench, and a few bodies being thrown there. That surely was quite the scrum. So they'll talk things over here. As goalie's playing catch, or pass, I guess. Gonna stay warm here at the Hector Arena. As us can be played down. Oh, nice saucer pass there. Let's see if we get some elevation on this one from Lydia Mason. Oh, not quite. This has been quite the third here. So it looks like they're ready to play now. Last 3 minutes here of the third. So they'll drop the puck as they'll announce the penalties, as Chisholm is one of the beneficiaries. As watch out, pass in front, that will go just wide. As puck played off the wall. As here is Arsenault, shot just goes wide. There's Fitzpatrick, shot towards the goal, tipped on. It's going to be covered up. As another shove after the whistle, but this time they'll calm things down with 2.5 to go. Puck is dropped. He played to the wall, looking to clear is Burris. This game doesn't really want to end here. It's a good thing I don't have dinner plans. As this game played towards the wall. That sounded kind of sad, but I know I have friends. I just didn't have plans today. As Poirier looking for the puck on the net. Puck will come free in the corner. Here's Poirier. Thrown towards the goal. It's going to be kept out. As we're inside 2 minutes to go now here in the third. As Danielle will hold the line. What a game she's had here today. Three goals and an assist. This here's Bourgeois. Back to Danielle. Danielle cross. Looking for Cormier on the tap-in. That was Melody Cormier. As Poirier will hold the line. Here's Melody Cormier looking to weave her way through. As puck played to the wall. Picked up. Cormier shot. That being Chanel Cormier, number 7. As high stick there on the play. Arm stays down. As here is Bourgeois over to Ward. Ward, last player back. Gotta be careful. That's gonna be a penalty on the selects once again. And the parade of the penalty box will continue here for Subway. As watch out here. I was not sure if that will even things up or not. Looks like there's another player to the box as out goes one, in goes another. So 3 in each box here. It's a full area down there between the timekeeper's bin and the 2 penalty boxes. So looking to find out if it's 5-on-5 or not. Looks like it will be. So face-off will be inside the Rocket zone. Puck is dropped. One back up top. This here is Dwaron. Shot blocked by the Rockets. This here's Ward. Ward will push the puck inside the zone, but met there by the back check of Martin as an offside's the call. As we're 1 second past the 1 minute mark here to go. Last minute of play, as you can hear by the funky sound system we got here at Hector. Puck is dropped. This here is Cormier. Cormier will circle back inside the neutral zone. Ward will play it up for Ward. Puts a move on the half wall. Ward will send it back in deep. 45 seconds on the clock now as Selects will collect inside their own zone. Here's Martin. Martin will go through the middle. It's going to hit a stick on the way out. Sorry, I sneezed there. As it's going to be played over to G to D. Here is Cormier down the left wing. Cormier will weave her way behind the net now. Less than 30 seconds to go. As Boulier couldn't quite hold the line. But she'll send it back in deep. A glove down by the Selects. As played over to the left wall. Here's Fife Francis McDonald. Pass in front. Shot is on! And that's going to be stopped in front. I was looking for a reaction. Looks like that's going to be kept out. So Fournette makes a save. Her 16th shot of the game, as opposed to 42 for her team. There's Fife Francis McDonald in for the face-off. Up against Ward inside the Rocket zone. Puck is dropped. McFadden was on the dot rather. It's going to be played up the wall for Cormier. 6 seconds now. And the Rockets come into Pictou and take all 4 points from the Selects. As that's going to do it. Shutout win for Claire Fournette on the road. 16 for 16 for number 31. As they'll head over to congratulate their goaltender on the donut. So the Rockets, complete domination over the second place Selects. And it looks like they're the team to beat here this year in the Maritime Major Girls Hockey League. As they've got quite the deep squad. As some handshakes with the opposition bench. That's going to do it for our coverage of this one. Final score from Hector Arena, 6-0 for Moncton. As it was Annabelle Danielle with the hat trick, 4 points on the day. And that's going to do it here. Signing off from Pictou. My name is Mason Dyke, here with High Button Sports. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great and safe weekend, everybody. We'll see you at the rink.